Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Oh, it got so quiet. Thank you so much. I still see people standing in the back, which makes me happy because it makes me believe that they are running into long-lost old friends and they are catching up before they sit down to have a bite to eat. I see we have people still coming in. Come on in, join us. We have more than 200 guests with us this evening. I would like to take a moment to, yes, oh, let's give that a round of applause. I like that. My name is Emily Williams, and I am a board member at New Village, and I am honored to be your MC for this evening. So welcome, everybody. Before we start our program, let's take a moment to acknowledge the land on which we are convening. We occupy land originally and still inhabited and cared for by the Tonga, Tataviam, Serrano, Kij, and Chumash peoples. We honor their elders and descendants, past, present, and emerging, as they continue their stewardship of this land. Tonight, we are celebrating the incredible community of New Village Girls Academy and the power of reimagining what's possible. In fact, collectively, we've already succeeded in doing that several times today. I'll give you some examples. Given all of the rain that we've been having, we could have been soaked on the patio as we enjoyed our appetizers and our drinks. Instead, we reimagined what's possible, and we brought you the sun and 69 degrees of balmy, perfect weather. Also, instead of charging LA prices for parking and LA prices for cocktails, we decided to go ahead and reimagine a parking lot filled with spaces where you could park comfortably and free drinks for everybody for an hour. And instead of the famous or infamous rubber chicken dinners that sometimes get served at big events, instead, we've reimagined a scrumptious and savory set of dishes that will delight your taste buds and send you home with full stomachs. So if you would like to see more about the menu, open up your programs and you can see what's on the menu for dinner this evening. That is the power of reimagining what's possible. And tonight you will hear more and more astounding stories about reimagining what's possible and how we change the lives of the students at New Village Girls Academy. And one student who deserves praise for reimagining the table centerpieces is Stephanie Reyes, who is sitting over here to my right. Believe it or not, the origami flower centerpieces at your tables were all handmade by Stephanie, who is a senior. She and other students got together with some staff, worked very hard, made these pieces to brighten our evening. So thank you so much, Stephanie, very creative. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Co-Board Chair Belen Vargas.
Oh, what a beautiful room. Good evening. On behalf of my co-board chair, Dan Pazal, the New Village Board of Directors, and our advisory council, it is truly my privilege and pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you who have gathered here today for our 14th annual celebration. We take immense pride in fostering a vibrant school and community where every student, and I mean every student, is empowered to pursue their passions, explore their interests, and achieve their full potential. How do we do this? We offer individualized, high-quality education, social-emotional health and wellness support, real-world learning through internships and other opportunities, educational enrichment, and other vital resources. And we don't offer those just to our students, we offer these resources to their families. I truly do not know of another school that offers this level of support to their students, to the community. And none of this would be possible without the unwavering support of individuals like you, parents, alumni, educators, community leaders, supporters, and friends. It is all of you that enable us to create a very unique educational experience and community that enables every single student at New Village to thrive. So we thank you. We would also like to give our event sponsors a special thank you. You helped make today possible, and we are so thankful for your steadfast commitment to our students and community. Our annual celebration has become the highlight of our year. We gather each year to celebrate. First and foremost, we celebrate the resilience and determination of each of our students. We come together to celebrate the talent and dedication of our faculty and staff. We come together to celebrate the positive impact our mentors, volunteers, and partners have on our school community. We celebrate the leadership of our board of directors and advisory council. And we celebrate the steadfast commitment and support from each of you here today. We just celebrate all of you, our beautiful village. We hope you truly enjoy this evening's program. Many people made today possible, but I need to have a special shout out for two people. Gabby Tovar, our committee chair, and the one and only Ana Aguirre. Ana is truly the driving force behind today's celebration. Thank you, Ana. Now, please join me in welcoming our amazing principal and leader, Jennifer Quinones, who will be sharing a few words with us.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I am filled with so much gratitude as I look around the room and I see so many familiar faces, as well as new friends of New Village. I have a very special role as principal of New Village, a role, it really is a role of a lifetime. And it's one that I take with great pride and with great responsibility. We are a school that believes in the potential of every student, regardless of how many years a student may have been out of school, how many credits they might need to recover, any labels they've had to endure, and how many daunting obstacles they've had to face given the trajectory of the circumstances in their lives. Our educational practices are informed by student interest and need, and we fine-tune our program, services, and classroom learning to meet the needs of our students where they are. If you ask students, at your tables today, what's your favorite part about New Village? Many of them will most likely say it's the people. We have advisors who take the time to build rapport and relationships with each student. They get to know who they are, what they aspire to be, and what their dreams are. We have content teachers who connect classroom learning with real-world experiences and events, who offer individual support and ensure academic rigor and relevance. We have staff who help create graduation plans and internship opportunities. We have staff who also provide case management, emergency support to students and their families, counseling, and focus really on the mental health and overall well-being of our girls. All of us here are a team driven by empathy and love in all of our interactions. We provide an exceptional learning experience and a safe net of support that our students need in order to stay engaged, to dream, to persevere, to reach career and college goals that they sometimes may never have dreamed of. New Village, for some girls, is the best school, and for some girls, it's the last opportunity they have because many of them have been to 3, 4, 5 different high schools. Oftentimes, they walk through our doors, and it's the first time that they meet staff that meet them with enthusiasm. And they offer the social emotional support and interventions that are needed in order to be able to provide a holistic approach to education and their own personal wellness. Our students have the capacity and the determination to complete their high school education and transition to college, careers, and the workplace. It's our responsibility as educators to foster and strengthen their potential into action and growth. This is the call New Village has answered since its onset. Create a vibrant, academically rigorous, community-engaged school that meets the needs of each student, many of whom were not successful in other settings. Each of you make this mission possible. You allow our team to show up every single day with the necessary tools and resources needed to be effective and impactful. I extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you, students, staff, faculty, our board, our advisory council, and our generous sponsors and supporters, mentors, partners, and volunteers, everyone here tonight. It's your unwavering dedication and contribution that makes all of this possible. I'm truly grateful to lead such an extraordinary school community. So thank you guys so much for believing us and believing in the need for New Village and the promise of young students that we are honored to serve. Thank you. Come back.
Thank you so much, Jenny, and thank you, Belen. I have some good news, everybody. We're going to take a break in the program, which means everybody gets to eat. Before you eat and reimagine what's possible with your taste buds, please take a moment to introduce yourself to the folks at your table and keep an eye out for a gold student banner that is under some people's name tags, because that means that's a New Village student. And the New Village students, if you've met some of them this evening, are smart, they are engaged, and they are eager to speak with you. Ask them what their passions are, ask them what they want to study in school, find connections. These girls are truly amazing. And with that, let's eat. Hello again. Hello, it's me. Hello. I know you're enjoying your conversations. You will have many more opportunities to keep talking, but I do want to let you know that we are going to continue with our program. Thank you. It's really lovely to see how much everybody is speaking and getting to know the staff and the students at New Village. Please keep it going. I would now like to invite the Honorable Hugo Soto Martinez, Los Angeles City Council member for District 13, up to the stage for a very special presentation. And I'd like to also tell you a little bit more about him while he makes his way up here. Oh, council member, you're going to come this way because I don't want you to trip. Over there, yes, perfect, beautiful. Right over here, thank you. Council member Soto Martinez is a strong supporter of education and youth development programs that help shape the lives of youth, their families, and community. Elected in 2022, he is a former union organizer with Unite Here, working mostly with immigrant women in the hotel industry to win health care, increased wages, and anti-harassment protections. Welcome, Council Member Hugo Soto Martinez.
Thank you so much, Emily, and a big round of applause for our MC. Yeah. So as Emily said, my name is Hugo Soto Martinez. I'm very proud to be the council member here in the district with the New Village Girls Academy. My background, as she mentioned, has not been as a career politician or a career bureaucrat. My entire career has been uplifting working people, making sure that they can live in the city, that they can pay their rent, that they have time for their children. And, you know, as a council member, you learn your job and you got to go to the many different places. And so I had the honor of first meeting Jennifer at a neighborhood council meeting, actually, where we were discussing a lot of issues around homelessness. And anyways, that's for another day. That was a very interesting meeting that we had. But I followed it up with a visit to the school itself, because she said, you know, you should really come and see the work that we're doing. And, you know, I didn't know what I was walking into. I knew it was a school, but meeting the students, meeting how they were interacting with me, they were actually leading so many parts of the tour. It wasn't Jennifer. She handed it off. She had 4 or 5 of them, and each of them led a part of the tour and explained to me, you know, the different services that the school offered. And I was, and you know, that they were sometimes maybe we're not giving the opportunities, they weren't cared for in the same way, maybe in the way that they needed to be cared for, but that this school really gave them the support that they needed. And I walked away incredibly impressed, because something that I talk about a lot is that I was a high school dropout in the 9th grade. I was on probation as a juvenile. And, you know, growing up in South Central and Watts, we didn't have schools like the New Village Girls Academy. What we had were teachers that worked 70, 80 hours to try to push people in the right direction. And unfortunately, I went to a school that had 800 incoming freshmen, and only about 25 of them went to higher education in my graduating class. And so when I saw the support that these young ladies are getting and how they're going into college and are given this opportunity, I was just incredibly blown away. And so I do want to give Jennifer Quiñones a lot of her respect for being the leader of this school. And so we can also please give her a round of applause as well. But I hope folks know that I'll do anything in my power to continue to support this kind of education, because it's absolutely needed. But of course, much of that support comes from the people in this room, whether that's helping in any way that you do. I want to say also thank you. But because I am a city official, it's always good to give recognitions for folks. So I brought a certificate on behalf of the city, and it says, on behalf of the city of Los Angeles and its residents, we're pleased to recognize the New Village Girls Academy. Since opening its doors in 2006, the New Village Girls Academy has become a beacon of exemplary community schooling. Thank you for your dedication to recognizing the individuality of each student and nurturing their boundless potential. Your unwavering efforts are instrumental in shaping the trajectory of our youth towards a brighter future. Congratulations and best wishes. And I could give this to Jennifer so she can take it to the school. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Hugo. Thank you so much for your support. And I want to take this moment to introduce Ms. Coco Cornspan, who is our Learning Through Internship Director.
Thank you, Jennifer. Please excuse my voice. I'm getting over a cold. At this time, we would like to give a special recognition to our mentors. So these are the people that lead our internship programs for the students, volunteer. And when we say it takes a village, I can't tell you, it really does. Our village is full of passionate and committed mentors who provide our students with real-world learning through the Learning Through Internships program. But who would be better to give these thanks to these mentors and share the impact that the mentors have on the students are the actual students themselves. So I'd like to invite Desiree Sanchez and Robin Tacote up to present to their mentors.
Hello, my name is Desiree Sanchez and I'm a senior here. One of my internships is gardening with Green Arrow Collab. My mentor is Emmanuel Rivera. He has been working with New Village for 2 years. Emmanuel has shown us that practicing mindfulness and gardening go hand in hand. He has been able to give space to students who typically have a hard time staying focused. Though his teachings and guidance has gotten students to fully engage, many of his students contribute to tend to the garden beyond the internship hours. I invite Emmanuel to join us and receive this special token of our appreciation.
Hello, my name is Robin Tacote, and I'm a 9th grader. I'm very lucky to have my internship with Pottery for the People, and my mentor Alice Berman has helped me open up to the world of pottery. And as a mentor, she models professionalism, passion, activism, and entrepreneurship. She's a great communicator and builds strong relationships with her students. Alice, please join us to the stage to receive your plaque of appreciation.
Every year we have the opportunity to put a lot of time and effort into creating a video that highlights all of the amazing things that are happening at New Village Girls Academy. I have the honor this year of presenting our video, and you guys are the first ones to see it, so this is incredibly exciting. And I just would like to get everyone to, I guess, maybe their attention over to our screens so we can all enjoy just the magic that is our little world, our little tiny village. So, thank you.
New Village is not just a school, it's a place of healing, it's a place of love, and a place of hope.
Coming here makes me feel proud You have all these extra opportunities because it's a small school.
It feels like there is something that you might miss if you don't come.
Academically challenging, it feels like right.
This is like my second family.
We want to create a space where students learn differently.
This is a special space to focus on the individual needs of a student.
You're helping people, you're working on the cars,
to open up their eyes for a new future.
Where they can be open.
I truly care about them, and they can trust me.
Without that trust, learning can't happen.
New Village is so unique.
There's a very strong sense of community here that I haven't felt anywhere else.
To be in an environment that is a sanctuary like this is very special.
It's safeguard things right there.
I'm able to be who I am and also be a student.
We want kids to go very, very deep in their understanding of the world.
I love who I'm becoming and who I am today.
This school really showed me that there's hope.
The future looks very bright.
What we really want to do is to revolutionize education.
I want us to be at the front of something incredibly promising.
I've never really been in a regular school. I've always been in like different type of school. Once I was in a deaf school where we just learned sign language. Another was like a charter school. The teachers weren't right for me, maybe.
When a student starts at New Village, we know there was something somewhere that didn't work out.
I grew up in Echo Park. I've been from hotels to hotels because my parents couldn't find a place to live. I just felt like, oh, I'm a failure, I'm a disappointment, or I'm not smart.
We do everything on our end to prioritize healing and creating a space where she feels safe.
I like being protected. Making other people feel like that makes me happy, I guess.
My old school, middle school, was every day kind of felt like the same thing. Well, if I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, what's the point of going?
Before I came to New Village, I would just leave school or I wouldn't show up. I used to fight a lot too.
I was born in Salvador. I am 60 years old.
When COVID happened, it was a difficult thing to start going to school again. The school that I did go to, it was a really strict school. I needed to be somewhere where I could feel comfortable and I could feel free.
Oftentimes, our voices are suppressed because we're so young.
One thing that brought me to New Village was the philosophy of looking at a student and a child as a person holistically.
I've been in a wheelchair for 3 years. I got shot. New Village has made me want to step out of my comfort zone.
The information I have can feel like a little bit of a user manual to understanding your mind and your body.
I just hope that one day I can talk about what happened.
Knowing how we feel, it has to start there.
I should be able to say it without crying.
You always have to speak the truth of where you are so that you can get to where you want to be.
I want to be better. I want people to motivate me to be better.
That was really good. There's a very strong sense of sisterhood.
What I like about the school is the community and the amount of freedom that the students get.
The more that I started showing up, I started realizing and like seeing all the activities that they offered. Like this was a school that we could come to do our work, but also we could relax and we could feel more comfortable.
When we do projects, if they have an idea, I have the freedom to say, yeah, let's roll with it.
Our students are strongly encouraged to understand what makes them tick.
Thank you for coming to my exhibition. It means a lot to see so many of you guys here. I will talk a little bit about origami and then give a little story about how I got into origami.
We have to think about the impact that our girls are having on the future generation. We're part of that change, part of that hope.
Came to the United States, to Los Angeles in 2017. My mom got kidnapped by gangsters. That's when my mom decided we're not saving here. We were coming with only $800. Since I was in elementary school, I want to graduate from the high school. I became a mom when I was in 9th grade. When I realized that I couldn't graduate there, it was like really painful for me. I found the best school I can possibly find. in New Village. I found like house. I found like a family here.
I think this place helped me realize a little bit more who I was. I was able to do activities where I could think about myself and think about my thoughts and think about who I was. My essential question is, what are personal values and why are they important? My values are super important to me. I don't just value those things, I manifest them in my life. I was realizing how much the staff and the teachers, they were super involved and they wanted to see me succeed. When has that ever happened? When have I ever felt like this? I'm just really grateful that I could be a mom and be a student and feel like I could still do it.
We are a part of the community. Everything that's happening in and around our area is really influenced by what we do here.
I never knew that in high school you can have an internship.
It's really an opportunity to explore different skills and knowledge that maybe they haven't been exposed to.
Right now, for my internship, I'm doing pottery.
Patience and persistence are integral to success with clay.
We have a lot of freedom. We don't really have specific things that we have to make.
You have to show up, you have to work, and you have to be ready for things to not go right.
We're just kind of like getting the tools to make whatever we want.
It teaches us so many things.
We got to see the plants slowly transitioning into vegetables.
When we teach mindfulness and gardening, we try to teach in a way that shows its connection and its relationship to all that we do.
We could just pick them from our garden and cook with them.
It isn't just one thing, it's a whole community that's coming together to make it possible to have what they have.
There was a sunflower. We took out the seeds, we salted them, we put them in the oven.
For anything to be a success, it takes a community.
I've also eaten blackberries straight from the garden.
We like to have co-teachers, not just one person, but have a team of people. And we wanted to bring somebody who had a connection to the girls, had a connection to the school.
You may be wondering why I'm still here. I love it. I graduated thanks to the help of all the staff here at New Village. I'm back here teaching gardening and mindfulness as an instructor for an organization called Green Arrow CoLab. It makes me feel like I'm making a change into my community. Students not only see me as what I was before, maybe a student, maybe a friend of theirs, they can see themselves in that same position once they graduate. And I could only dream about all the lives that I'll be able to change, just like mine was changed.
I see my girls who maybe have started in 9th or 10th grade with me. They're graduating and I'm watching them pursue these life goals, huge goals.
If I were to tell my younger self, the one who was failing all her classes, that she would end up at the #1 public university, I wouldn't believe it.
The way that we see life is how we overcome our challenges.
I came to New Village right after the pandemic, when everything switched to remote learning. I started failing all my classes. I wasn't even really thinking of my future. New Village helped me find my voice and find what I wanted to do, what I was passionate about.
We at New Village are doing everything we possibly can to make sure that we're creating leaders.
I was really glad to just be around women helping other women. I want the girls who come from the same backgrounds as me to know that they belong in college or in whatever career they want to be in.
This is our imprint on the community that we live in,
It's crucial that we work towards a bias-free community.
on the world that we're trying to create.
We need to ensure that young girls know they are capable of holding their position in power.
There are still disparities in pay, there are still disparities in educational attainment.
And just knowing that whatever role they choose to be in, to just not back down from that.
Our girls will leave here ready.
It's been a journey being a mom, a student, and most importantly, a career person, a professional. I arrived here when I was 4 from Mexico. I loved school. I would work in the office, answering the phone. I would help teachers grade homework. When I got to 5th grade and they created this lunch club called Girls Going On to College, I was like the first one to sign up. 10th grade came around and more gangs, drugs. I was starting to see a lot of domestic violence at home. My decisions were more impulsive. I met my son's father, who became the center of my world. I ended up at Belmont Continuation School, where I was doing worksheets and a textbook. I lost interest. Later, I found out I was pregnant because he had choked me so hard that he sprained my neck. After being in the hospital, I realized that I loved my son and myself too much. I went to the LAUSD building. I got my transcripts. I got to New Village. I met Mr. Guzman. He saw me for who I wanted to be in that moment. My life completely changed. So once I started New Village, the door opened. I had a great teacher, Ms. Benitez, a powerful woman. She made it seem like we could aspire to be just like her. That happy, social Anna was back. I graduated from Cal State LA in 2020. Now I am Anna, recruiting associate at Activision Blizzard. I'm here showing everyone that it's possible.
We have a responsibility to our future generation.
These girls, they're going to be the next leaders of our society. We want to be part of that.
I was someone with a highly individual brain who needed a lot of hand-holding. I was lucky enough to have that just like built in with my family, and I worry about the people who don't.
We need a wide community of people bringing everything they have to give the girls the most exposure to what's possible and what they can become.
My hope is that when they leave here, they have something that can never be taken away, a shift in their sense of self and their sense of what's possible and who they can be in the world.
The first step is just being interested in supporting, to really see that something special is happening here.
My experience here at New Village has been one of the most important things I have done.
We, as a school, need to constantly evolve.
The only way for education to survive and be successful is to be adaptable.
Everything is in direct response to our girls and their families.
We need to make sure that there are as many ways to educate students as there are students. It has to be tailored. It has to be personalized. In that way, New Village is very much ahead of the curve.
How amazing is that? To have a school that can always stay relevant. It's beautiful.
That was my first time seeing the video this year. I love watching the video. I love being surprised by it every year. I want to just say a special thank you to Ted Hayash, who is the creative genius behind this video. And he invests his time every year to make these powerful videos. So Ted, thank you so much. And what I learned from being on a meeting with Ted earlier this week is that Ted has hours and hours and hours of footage. And he really kind of picks the most moving moments and boils it down to a 13 to 14-minute video. And I think that just really captures the spirit of New Village so beautifully. So thank you so much again, Ted. I'm excited to introduce you to our next guest, who will then introduce you to our next guest, who is someone that you've already seen in the video, who shared a very powerful story, and I cannot wait to hear from her later this evening. But first, I would like to invite Dr. Rocio Rivas to the stage. Dr. Rivas is not only an LAUSD graduate from, I believe, Reseda High School, she's a Valley girl, but she is also the parent of an LAUSD student, and she has a PhD from Columbia University. She studied education systems in South America and Europe, and is a strong advocate for authentic parent participation in education, and also served on her local PTA. She was elected to the school board in 2022 after working as a policy deputy for her current LAUSD board member, board member, Jackie Goldberg. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Rocio Rivas.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. As you're enjoying your dinner, I just want to say a few words before I introduce our keynote speaker, which you just saw in the wonderful, very touching video. It is an honor to be with you today celebrating New Village Girls Academy. I remember visiting, the first time I visited New Village Girls Academy was in 2019 with the Honorable Jackie Goldberg. And prior to visiting the school, she just said accolades and accolades about New Village and what a wonderful, wonderful school it was. And upon visiting the school, I was blown away. I was able to meet Principal Jenny Quinones, and I automatically felt the love, commitment, purpose of this amazing school. And New Village is a very apropos name for this school because it's a new village. It's a new way of really addressing the needs of girls, of our students here in Los Angeles. It has always been my guiding belief that every school should be welcoming and have a positive culture and environment. Every single student should exercise their voice and pursue their passions. They should feel cared for and loved. But most of all, as you saw in this video, they should be seen and heard and feel like they belong. Public schools are a safe haven for many, many students, myself included as an immigrant from Mexico. A place of academic offerings, a preparation for college and career, along with a safety net of critical supportive services. New Village exemplifies this very type of environment and culture and attention to students. And beyond this achievement, New Village Girls Academy guides students to know their worth, their self-worth, their power and strength. Students here at New Village know they are worthy of so much more, that they have potential, that their potential is limitless and infinite. And when that happens, when students feel that, it's a ripple effect that is activated throughout every single cell of their body that also touches their fellow peers and their families. We are able to see the impact that a positive and responsive, caring and effective school model has on the lives of students, their families, and their communities. And this is exactly what New Village does. This is the transformational power that transcends all barriers in order to discover and live a purposeful life. And every single one of the students in New Village is provided that opportunity to be the human beings that were brought to be on this earth, to live a purposeful and meaningful life. It is a transformation that transcends and goes beyond all barriers in order to live a purposeful life. And it is my distinct honor to introduce this evening's keynote speaker, Ana Hernandez. She is an alumni who has demonstrated incredible resilience, motivation, and tenacity. Ana, as she comes up to the stage, she reminds us that every single student is limitless in their potential to be successful given the opportunity, love, and nurturing environment. So please join me in welcoming Ana Hernandez.
Hello, good evening. Here we go. My name is Ana Hernandez. I graduated from New Village Girls Academy in 2013, and I am here to share my story to encourage you to continue supporting the mission of our school. I'm currently an associate recruiter at Activision Blizzard, a subsidiary company of Microsoft, and producer of the legendary titles of World of Warcraft and, of course, Call of Duty. I lead the MBA recruitment effort That allows me to surround myself with very talented and creative, very ambitious individuals daily. I hold a bachelor's degree in communications mass media from Cal State LA. In addition, thank you. In addition, I'm a mother to a 12-year-old son, Damien, who constantly challenges me to be the best version of myself every day without even knowing. In my free time, I love to eat out with my little family and enjoy quiet time. What a beautiful introduction, right? Well, my story and journey wouldn't have been shaped this way if New Village Girls Academy hadn't given me the opportunity they gave me. If you're wondering what was the opportunity they gave me, I'll sum it up in few words. They saw the student in me and just that. Everything else that I was at that time didn't matter to them. They focused on my potential and not my challenges. The moment Mr. Guzman, the principal at that time, gave me the opportunity to enroll as a student, my world was filled with endless possibilities. It was then up to me to decide what I truly wanted it. At the age of 15, I had become rebellious with tons of issues surrounding me, from bullying to toxic friendships and constant arguments at home. Within 3 years, by the age of 18, I had already become part of all the negative social statistics commonly associated with girls of color. A high school dropout and a teen mom experiencing severe, life-threatening domestic violence. I had my future already mapped out for me, predestined by my circumstances. But deep inside of me, I didn't agree with those labels that my life was checking the boxes for. I disagree with what I seem to deserve, a life of dependency and struggle. I wanted something different for my son and me. After many high school rejections and failing at adult school, I found New Village Girls Academy. During my time here, I was enrolled in independent studies due to having my son and needing to work to take care of us financially. My days at New Village were full of support. Ms. Benitez, my teacher, would always receive me with such joy. You could feel her warmth away from her desk, her smile, so contagious. It's been so long, but I still remember having the green enchiladas during lunch in the courtyard. I had a warm meal and snacks before heading to my job after school. I didn't have to worry about my bus pass because New Village would provide it. They made sure I was set up for success in every possible way. New Village was my safe space, the marker that kept me grounded and focused. Despite facing the worst stages of domestic violence and the darkest moments of my life while pursuing a high school diploma, my determination to graduate remained strong. The drive and the motivation were so significant that I persevered through the toughest mental and physical challenges. I can honestly say I found my village here. Not once was I questioned why my life was so chaotic. Instead, I felt welcome. I felt normal for once. New Village introduced me to my mentor, Lucy Okumu. As a new student, I didn't know the importance of mentorship and how it would transform my life. I asked Lucy to be my mentor because her career path caught my attention. I wanted to be a professional and learn to carry myself with poise like her. She asked no questions. She just offered her support, and in the trajectory of my life, that support became a lifeline. Only a few classes away from graduating, I was told that I could still apply to a 4-year university. That seemed surreal. Who, me? I questioned if I truly deserved the chance with my responsibility as a parent. My college advisor was very supportive. I never felt lost while going through the application process. He constantly reminded me it was all possible. The resilient voice within me, little Anna, insisted that this was our lifelong dream. Although it looked different, than how I pictured it. From that moment on, I never stopped working towards my dream. I graduated from New Village in 2013. I had already accomplished one of my biggest goals. I had completed my high school diploma. I had been accepted to Cal State LA and started my college journey. It wasn't easy. It was very rocky and scary. 75% of the time, there were times that I wanted to give up. There were times I felt out of place and stupid. I wasn't kind to myself. I constantly punished myself for not being like the rest of my classmates. I didn't understand that my life was different. And it was not like theirs. I had to learn to stop comparing my path and timeline to others. Once I did that, things started looking so much better. During the 7 years in college, I learned so much about the world and myself. The most important thing I was taught was the power of advocating for myself. Lucy taught me to fight for the things I wanted, to advocate for myself. I learned to ask for help. In December 2020, I graduated from Cal State LA with my degree in communications mass media. At times, my life has been a roller coaster, certainly far from perfect, filled with challenges beyond my control. Most of them I never saw coming. During those hard times, it often felt like I was navigating through an endless dark tunnel with no end in sight and little hope. There are 3 words that became my motto: determination, resilience, and the most important word, temporary. Today I stand before you because I genuinely want each student here today to succeed and fulfill your dreams just as I strive to continue achieving mine. Determination was fueled by the aspiration of little Anna, who dreamed of attending college. Resilience, from embracing every experience, both positive and negative. The notion of temporary served as a constant reminder that hardships I faced were not permanent in life. Rather, I had the power to change that up when things get rocky. I owe this to my 2 older sisters who have been my pillars of support and inspiration. Their guidance and encouragement have been invaluable in helping me embrace determination, resilience, and understanding that challenges are temporary. Always remember that whatever you set your mind to can be accomplished. You have the power to decide what your future will look like. Stay positive, but most importantly, be kind to yourself when you fail. Failing is a part of life where you have the power to get up stronger and more inspired. Rejection should never bring you down. It should redirect you to your next move. Don't be shy to ask for help. If you don't ask, you'll never have the opportunity to build your village. Stay curious and always do your research. I promise you this will help you in your personal life and in your career life. Always celebrate life, even if there's no big reason. You getting up and showing up for yourself is a big reason to celebrate. I want to thank New Village Girls Academy and every single person who made it possible for us to be here in this space today. Honestly, I can't picture my life without your help. Thank you to my mentor, Lucy, who keeps inspiring me till this day to be resilient and keep working hard towards my dreams. Thank you to my partner, Javi, who constantly reminds me that I'm a power girl. Thank you to Tracy, who has been more than a mentor for me since day one. And she's sitting right there. Your guidance empowers me to persevere and continue striving towards my goals with determination. I'm deeply grateful for your belief in me and for all the wisdom you pour into my life. You're the greatest example of a true boss lady, inspiring every woman around you to believe in themselves and strive for greatness. Because I was seen as a full human with dreams, aspirations, capacity, and potential, I was able to see myself in light. I was given the opportunity, the resources, and the support to reimagine what was possible for me and my son, despite the hardships and setbacks. It's wonderful now to join New Village as an alumna and, of course, a mentor for students like me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Look at all this. This is for you.
Thank you, everyone.
Take a picture of you and everybody clapping for you.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's truly, it takes a village to raise someone, to raise a child. And let's continue doing that for our future generation and for every girl that comes across that door of New Village.
Amazing and incredible are not going to do that justice. I am still very moved by what you said. That was awe-inspiring, and it was an example that there is no such thing as predestiny, that any one person can flip a switch in another person's life and make a difference. And I just am marveling over Anna. I'm marveling over the people we heard in the videos. I'm marveling over Jenny, our mentors, and how much they have done personally to change people's lives. So I'm glad that dinner has arrived and everyone looks like they're enjoying it and they're just about finished. And believe it or not, our program is almost at an end. So I just wanted to share a few more things before we conclude. That does not mean that you cannot grab seconds. Please do that before they clear your table. But I just wanted to share a few things before we move on to our next magical thing before the end of the evening, because we have one more surprise for you. What I just wanted to say was that the model and the individualized approach, as well as all of the offerings that New Village provides for students, it's all made possible, as Council Member Soto Martinez said, by our very generous supporters and donors. And many of you who are here this evening have made very, very generous contributions to New Village, and we thank you so much. Many of you have supported New Village for many, many years, and we are deeply grateful to you. And for those of you who may be new, this might be your first time here, and this is the first time you're being introduced to our village, we encourage you to reflect upon this evening and to think about whether or not you were moved by anything that you heard tonight, or whether you made a connection with a student or maybe a staff member that made you kind of try to reimagine what is possible. There may be ways that you can support New Village in sort of methods you hadn't thought of. I mentioned that some people donate, but you also saw that the girls talked about how important their mentors are. Do you have any talents or strengths that you can share with New Village? Would you be able to invest in that way in the New Village girls? There are many, many ways that you can support New Village. You can sign up to learn more about New Village. There are envelopes and cards at your table. Maybe you work someplace where you can host a student. That is extraordinarily valuable, because as you have been talking to some of the students, you hear that they have internships, and those are what propel them forward. Because as we know, there are huge disparities in terms of who gets internships, who gets paid internships, and we know that those internships will introduce students to people who can help them get better paying jobs later in their futures. And when you don't have access to that early on, then that creates even more disparities later on because you don't have access to those high-level people and those high-level jobs. There are other ways to invest. You can become a writing mentor. You can volunteer your time during school events. You can fill out a card and express your interests, and someone will reach back to you over the next school year to let you know how you can invest your time and talents with New Village. And of course, if you are able, you can also make a donation. Any amount is appreciated and funds the necessary programs and services at New Village. So I'll just talk about some of the programs. I don't want you to get scared off by the amounts. Any amount of donation is always welcome. But if you were feeling extraordinarily generous and wanted to mortgage your house and make a $25,000 donation to New Village, it will fund after-school programs, which include STEAM learning, credit recovery, cooking classes, dance, and sports. A $20,000 donation will fund college visits to 10 universities and colleges across the state and provide support to graduating seniors. A $10,000 donation will provide supportive services and emergency assistance for students facing financial hardship, food, and housing insecurity through our case management component. The California Community Foundation did a study during the pandemic, and they found that $500 was often the amount that stood between a student finishing school and a student dropping out of school. It's not a lot of money. It is $500, and that could make a difference in a student's life. A $5,000 donation will fund an entire year of monthly wellness days, which help develop students' ability to care for themselves physically and emotionally, an integral part of the focus on wellness and well-being. A $3,000 donation will help build a workwear closet on campus, provide internship supplies, clothing gift cards, uniforms, and specialized footwear for students entering the workforce. And a $1,000 donation will cover our STEAM team competition costs. And again, any donation of any amount will continue to help build and strengthen our operations. So if you were touched or you were moved by anything tonight, there is no price tag on what the school can provide to its students. And there is no price tag and no bounds to whatever you feel like you would like to invest in New Village. Whatever amount it may be, whether it's from your wallet or from your heart or from your brain, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us this evening for this incredible celebration. And now what I'm going to manifest for you after dinner is reimagining the possibility of delicious desserts, coffee, and tea on the patio afterwards. So please, when you are finished eating your dinner and when you're finished filling out your cards, you may hand your card to the staff member at your table, and that staff member will compile the cards and someone will get back to you over the next couple of months from New Village. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Have a great evening.